What's up guys, Big Bacon here. I just want to do a quick tutorial for you. I've been getting a lot of questions about audio because I'm an audio engineer. And I just want to go over a couple quick basic things to make your streams sound better. I use Streamlabs OBS, but this should apply to any OBS that you use. So let's get right into it. I have two channels. I have more than two, but my main two channels are my desktop audio and then my analog, which is my interface for my mic. So now this applies to a USB mic, an interface, basically anything you're using to record your audio, your voice, I should say. So first off, just a quick basic thing. I have my desktop audio turned down to -16 and I have my audio cranked. Now, if you can't do any of the other things, just doing this one simple thing will make you sound more clear in your streams because you want yourself to be present, and you don't want your game audio to overpower your voice because people are going to hop in and start talking with you and they can't hear you. People want to hear you talk when you're streaming. So one thing quick I want to get into before I show you settings is make sure starting out that your gain stage going into your computer is good. Really quick, I'll show you. All right guys, this is my Focusrite Scarlett interface. As you can see, I have my level right there. You can see it's green, it's not clipping. So it's really important that going into this, you have good gain stage. Starting out, because if that's cranked way down, you're going to be boosting a low level signal in your OBS, and it's going to bring up your noise floor level and it's going to sound like donkey. All right guys, and you don't want it to sound like donkey, okay? So let's get right into the settings now. So on Streamlabs, I mainly just do stuff to my voice channel. I do have a limiter set on this, but I'll get into that in a second on my desktop audio. But so basically in Streamlabs, and I believe it's the same for OBS, you click on this little wheel on your channel, and you go to Filters. So in order of operations, guys, for my three things, I have noise gate first, compressor, limiter. And now a good way to check your gain stage going into the computer is just turn all these guys off or have nothing on that channel. And as you can see, I got a little quieter, but I'm still in this range right here, okay? I'm still sitting good. So when I turn everything off, my gain is still good going into the computer. It's not too low, it's not too high, I'm not clipping. And you can see this stuff right here when I'm not talking. That's my computer fan. And now if my furnace and my other stuff was running right now, it'd be up in here. Okay, so that's what the noise gate is going to do. I turn that on. When I'm not talking, you guys, you don't see any level. You don't see any level down here. So the best way to explain a noise gate is with my hands. Here's your gate. You set the threshold, and when that decibel level gets above the threshold, the gate opens. And then, see my close threshold, it gets below that, it closes. So really quick, to show you an example, I'm going to talk really quiet, and you guys are going to lose my voice. So I'm going to turn this up, and I'm going to just talk at this level, okay? I can still hear myself, but eventually I'm going to start... So, really want to, okay, you guys can hear me again now. You want to mess with this setting, guys, while you're talking. You want to talk quiet too, because you don't want, like, see, I'm kind of projecting right now. You don't want to set your threshold at your projection voice, because then when you talk quieter, you're gonna go away. What I did personally is my hot water heater was running because I'm in my basement, and I could really hear that on my stream. And so I adjusted it right to where I couldn't hear that anymore and I could still hear myself. So your open threshold is when it opens. Your closed threshold is going to be when it closes. I'm going to set those actually to be right around the same. Pretty similar. Next up in signal flow, guys, we have compression. So again, with the threshold, you set a threshold in decibel levels. So what a threshold is, guys, it's going to be that decibel level to where the effect starts taking place. Once your decibel gets above that threshold, same with the noise gate. That's when it starts, the effect takes place. I'm bad at explaining things, guys. I'm doing my best. So I set my threshold at -22. My ratio is every 10 decibels right now that go above this threshold get compressed to 1 decibel. I know it just says 10, but that's how these ratios work with compression. It's always like 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 5 to 1, 10 to 1. So right now I'm really compressing my voice. So what this is going to do, guys, is going to take all this audio above this threshold and it's going to squish it down. So it's really going to even your voice out. and it helps with people who are quiet, who yell. And so your attack time on compression is how fast it compresses. Your release time is how fast it releases. And then your output gain, guys. So like I said, you want good levels without your compression. So right now I don't have my compressor on. But you want to set your output gain so that when your limiter's off, you're sitting around this yell range. You're not clipping. If I yelled right now, I would probably clip. See how I'm kind of hitting the red a little bit. Last but not least is the limiter. So guys, this is super important, and this is the only thing I have on both my channels. So you set a threshold again, okay? It's all about setting thresholds, but this one is not very low. Because what happens when I set a low threshold with a limiter? Look at my audio. I'm quiet. See how it went down there? I can yell, I can talk really loud, and I may sound louder. I'm making a fool of myself. But, you guys, this basically cuts my audio off, and it's a hard limiter. It does not let it go past whatever you set as a threshold. So if you guys could take one thing out of this tutorial is put limiters on your audio channel so that you're never clipping. It's super important, and honestly, I can't stress it enough. This isn't going to sweeten your audio too much. The noise gate and the compression, that's going to sweeten your audio. The limiter is going to make it so you don't have low quality digital distortion, and it's going to protect your voice and your other channels. So make sure you put the limiter on. So guys, this tutorial is going to be a really good way to sweeten your audio even if you have a bad mic. My mic was only about $130. It's an okay mic, but even with worse mics or great mics, these few little steps will help your audio sound really good. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please subscribe. Comment with questions, feedback. Audio is super important in your streams, and I hope this helped you guys kind of sweeten that up a little bit. Because if you don't sound good and people can't hear you, people aren't going to come back. Unless you're a professional, they're here to hang out with you, and they want to be able to hear you. So, make sure you do these few little things, and you should be sitting good. Have a good rest of your day, guys, and I will be seeing you soon.